I'm going to be going through a wish list, but it's not a 2024 wish list necessarily. These are all things that I've always had on the back of my brain for many, many years and have not pulled the trigger for one reason or another, and I have been considering. So I'm just putting it on a list. They're definitely not bags that I plan to get all in 2024, if at all, ever. So you can call it a wish list for sure, because these are all bags that of course I'm interested in. So let's have some fun and go through that list anyway. Now the first bag I'm going to talk about is the DIOR bag. DIOR has so many beautiful prints and embroidery, and they're so artful. So I'm not after a specific type of silhouette necessarily, but I am after, or I've always been eyeing, like a lot of their beautiful floral bags, or either that or the toile de jouy, or maybe even some sort of embroidered bag. They have so many beautiful designs. They're such artful masterpieces, unlike any other fashion house in my opinion, and they do it so well. So I know a lot of times they do it with the Lady Dior in the medium size. I feel like that size is a little bit big for me, but if I did find like the perfect one that spoke to me, I might consider it. I've seen so many beautiful ones, and I know that I would never do a book tote, but I might be open to another Lady Dior because I think a lot of those very intricate art pieces tend to come in that kind of silhouette. So I don't know. I know the price point really hurts. Last time I was in Harrods, I saw this gorgeous embroidered Lady Dior mini, and it was so beautiful. And I loved it so much, but the price was so painful and I could never pay that amount. But that's always been on my list. Okay, the next one is a Louis Vuitton Capucines bag. I've never really been a Capucines person because it seems a little bit, not that it's too mature for me, because I definitely have granny vibes, but I think this was a little too formal and mature for me. However, when I saw this, and I think it was released February of 2023, and I think it was part of the By the Pool collection, although don't quote me on that. They had two versions of it, in a fuchsia version, and it also came in like a mint green version, but it had this beautiful enamel handle and this beautiful floral interior on the inside of the bag. It was so beautiful, and this minty green, like punchy bright green. It was such a beautiful shade of green, and if you know me, I love green. It was so beautiful, and I have seen the fuchsia one in person when I was in the Hamptons. It was so gorgeous too, but I already have a fuchsia bag, and it's my Fendi Mini Peekaboo, and I didn't need another silhouette that was very similar in color and style. So I knew I wasn't going to get that, but if I saw it in the mint green, it was, oh my gosh, that was like, at the time, that was my ultimate. And I think right now, even still, amongst the list, it's like the ultimate beautiful bag. Okay, since we're on the Louis Vuitton train, I'm going to talk about two more things. One is a little bit boring, but it's the Louis Vuitton shawl. I just love shawls in general, and scarves and that whole thing. I feel like it just adds such another beautiful layer and texture of something to an outfit, but I've never really pulled the trigger other than when I got it from the Monoglam collection that was last year, and I was so disappointed because it was so icy blue and just so cold and tinfoily. I was not into it, and sometimes you just don't really know what you're going to get until you actually have it in your hands and can feel it and touch it. So anyway, that did not work out, and that was a return, but I am still on the lookout for a beautiful Louis Vuitton shawl. I love the monogram, but I love how it's very subdued when it's a solid color, but I love the sheen on those. So I still have my eye out for that, and that's definitely on my list, and probably more realistic. The next Louis Vuitton item is the Pochette Métis, but in the East-West version. I have the Pochette Métis here, and I love that bag because it's so functional. And I'm not generally like an East-West person, but I really loved the East-West version of the Pochette Métis. It's still small enough, but it's functional enough. Like, it's a really good everyday size. And because Louis Vuitton does so many like versions and special editions and, you know, so many variations of so many different bags throughout the year, I'm confident I can find something in a style or colorway or design that will speak to me. So it's not like high up on my list. If I see the right one, then that's great. And if not, that's totally fine because I have the regular push-up tees. So the next item on my list is probably more realistic that I will be getting at some point whenever they release the color that I'm looking for. And that's a Gucci Brixton loafer. So the Brixton loafer is kind of a cross between the regular loafer, which is this, and a Princetown, which is the backless. So it has the back, but it's a very flexible back where you can push it down and it becomes either a slide look or a regular loafer look. And the leather on the Brixton is so soft and so buttery and so comfortable. And I'm a big fan, as you can tell, of the Gucci loafers because I feel like loafers can go very masculine and they're rarely very feminine, but I feel like the Gucci ones are so slim and really flattering on your leg and on your foot that it looks very feminine and can really style up an outfit really good. And I need the Brixtons in red because I love a good red shoe. I feel like it's a really nice pop of color with denim. You wouldn't know that a red shoe would work for so many different outfits, but red shoes, if it's your style, works really well in my opinion. So the last thing that I'm really looking at and I'm more actively searching for right now is either an Aspinall of London bag or a Mulberry bag. And I love them both. In particular for Mulberry, I've been really looking at the Mini Alexa and I've been looking at a lot of reviews for that. I feel like it might be a little bit bulky for me, so I'm really unsure about that. If you have that bag, let me know how you're getting along with it. But the other Mulberry bag that I've been really researching is the Lily bag, not in the medium size, but the smaller size. And I've been doing a lot of research for that. And I found the one that I want, and it's in a gold color because I feel like I want like an everyday throw and go bag, but I want it in gold. And I found the perfect Lily bag. The only thing I'm a little bit reluctant on is the strap drop. I feel like it might be too long on me because I'm only 5'2". And there's nothing worse than having a bag that's like hitting your knees and you can't adjust it. So I'm a little bit unsure about that still. Aspinall of London is another brand that I'm just so in love with that I am always stalking too. So I'm still kind of exploring which silhouette, but I'd like something that's casual enough for every day, but still fun. So again, maybe a gold bag. Okay, so actually there's one more thing on my wish list that I've always had on my wish list for the last couple of years is a BVLGARI bag. I'm so in love with the brand. The BVLGARI bags are so beautiful, so I'm always so tempted to get something from them. And the only thing that kind of holds me back on a BVLGARI bag is that the ones that I love and want are so beautiful and intricate, so artful and almost jewelry-like. I mean, obviously it's a jewelry brand, but I don't want a museum piece. Like, I want to still be able to wear it. I haven't really looked into too many prices of some of those very intricate designs, so I'm unsure about the price point, to be honest. I'm sure it's a pretty penny. The BVLGARI bags have always sort of lived in my brain, and so I just want to take my time in sort of researching that, and next time I'm in London or at another BVLGARI flagship store, then I would definitely explore it a little bit more. And I'm not in a rush for it. It's kind of fun researching. And although dangerous to go down a rabbit hole, it can be fun. So, you know, I'm going to kind of enjoy that process of letting things simmer and marinate in my brain before I make any decisions. But again, none of these are for like 2024 necessarily. These are just things that are more long-term for me that I've always kind of admired from afar and I would consider getting at some point in the future. So I hope you enjoyed my list, but let me know what's on your list for 2024 and beyond. I would love to know. Give me some more ideas. Tempt me. I know that's so dangerous, but you know, we all love handbags. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.